Now, people in this room, all of you have come here, you spent almost 9-10 hours yesterday, you're going to spend another 9-10 hours today, whatever time it takes, and you've come for what? You've come to learn the secret millionaire blueprint. And I'm telling you the first process is communication. And what do most people fear most? Communication. So you can get ready and do any business you want. If you step into the arena of life and you cannot speak, you will never make money. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. So if you don't have that skill, what must you do? Get it. Now, my Hindi is not very good. But I'm now going to take diction classes because I want to improve my Hindi. Now, I never thought in my life I need to take diction classes. Why would I want to learn Hindi? But I'm now thinking the kind of work that I do can have a huge impact on the local language. Hindi can have a huge impact. Why not do it? I've done Hindi programs, but I know I need to improve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn. And I'm going to master my Hindi. I'm not going to make it perfect because I don't want it to be perfect. I still want to have my own identity in that Hindi. But I'm going to make it good enough that people can communicate with me. So I won't be doing like India radio, that kind of quality. But it's going to be understood. Now, if you want to become successful and you look at your life, think about this for a moment. Just imagine this for a moment. Listen to the language, by the way, okay? Imagine this for a moment. How many times have you gone through controversy in your life or challenges or problems and find out what the real cause is? And I can bet you 99.9% out of 100 is going to be your communication. Big Boss. Let me go back there. What is Big Boss about? Nothing but communication. Nothing but communication. And I use Big Boss as an example because it's a really good example of the world, by the way. It's a brilliant example because you've got a group of people that have to live together. Some of them you like, some of them you hate. You cannot go anywhere, and that is life. Until you get kicked out or you die. Kicked out means you're dead. You're out. Life is over. But Big Boss is the arena of life. Is it not? There are some people there you love, some people you fall in love with, some people you want to kill, but you really can't because you're not allowed, the law doesn't prevent you. And if you could, you would certainly put a knife in them. Either a mental or a physical knife, it could be both. But isn't it about communication? Relationships, is it about love? No, it's about communication, is it not? Business, if I'm going to come and do business with you, I want you guys to come to my seminar. I have to find a way to communicate to you the power of what I'm doing. Now, if I don't do that, you're not going to come. You would have other reasons, money, la 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 la. But ultimately, if I'm going to be good at what I do, you will come. I remember going to a seminar that cost me $25,000 for a 5-day program. I had no money. But I found $25,000, which is about 15 lakhs. And I went to this program. Because I know the person who communicated to me done a great job, and I was convinced, and I went there and it was worth every penny. But the point I'm saying is that you want to become successful in business, in work, in any career. I challenge you for any career. If you're able to speak or communicate, speaking doesn't mean words, by the way. Speaking means the ability to deliver. It's got no words. Some people think trainers come. How many of you are trainers in the room? Wow, quite a few. Interesting. Now, if you're a trainer, a lot of trainers come and do seminars and they think, okay, I want to give so much information away that people will walk away feeling great. That people walk away feeling horrible. It's all about communication. You will sit here for 10 hours, not because of my content only. It has to be more so because of delivery. And if the delivery is bad, then the content will always be bad. So rule number one is this, communication. So how does communication work? Now, we communicate through words. We all know that. And most of us think that the words we use are the truth. Let me give you an example. So I speak to somebody, and I say to them, so where were you yesterday? Where were you? And they say, I went to so-and-so's house. Now, was I telling the truth? Did you even notice anything? What did I do? I shifted a water bottle, right? I shifted a water bottle. So where were you yesterday? Oh, I went to my friend's house. Now, I'm lying. Because your body will always tell you the truth. It can never lie. Impossible. So what people do, they do irrational behavior. So what's happening? Yeah, I wasn't here. Lie. Or exaggerated truth. Which means that if you're not aware of these things, and when someone speaks to me, like the gentleman yesterday, I forget his name, Sachin yesterday, who was talking about his alcohol addiction. Now when he stood up and spoke to me, I was looking at the monitor because I saw changes in his physiology, which I knew, excuse my language, he was bullshitting to the highest core in the beginning. He was lying to himself, and I thought to myself, okay, he's talking, he's scratching his nose, he's scratching his head, he's scratching his backside, he's doing everything, which means I know he's trying to protect himself. Not lie, wrong word. He's trying to protect himself. So that's why I said, let me grab this guy on the stage, because it's a great example for people that when he's talking, you notice he was moving forward and back. I don't know if you noticed that, right? That's called a caged tiger. When someone's nervous, they do this, or they do this. You know, yeah. You know tigers in the cage? That's what people, and they don't even know they're doing it. They have no idea. Or they're going, oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. People do that kind of stuff. So when you watch body language, you understand that people communicate through body language, and people don't know this. What if someone's really upset and you don't notice that their bottom lip does this? Which means they're emotionally feeling really down right now. What about eye movements? Have you ever been through customs? And they have no detectors. They kind of look at you like this. And you get nervous, right? Even if you have nothing, you get nervous. You're kind of walking like this as if, you know. But they pick on you for some reason. Because what they do, they watch your eyes. And what eyes do tell you the secrets of life. So if you send me a picture of someone's eyes only, I can actually describe an entire person's character just by looking at their eyes. It's so easy. Here's an example. So if I tell you, let's take an example. Man, what color shirt are you wearing? Okay. And what did you have for breakfast in the morning? Okay. Now I know her eye pattern movements now. Take a seat, thanks. So she says, I'm wearing brown. And she said, I had bread in the morning. Now, when she did that, what did she do? If I'm standing this way, she looks in her upper right to access memories of the past. So what are you planning to do tomorrow? And what's your plans for tomorrow?
Back to Thane tonight.
Okay, back to, and what are you going to do there?
I'm doing healing, so
Okay. So now I notice that she is an auditory person. She talks to herself because her eye movements went sideways. So here's an example. Look at your eyes as being a mouse. The man over there with the clicking. Right? Look at where he's gone, right? Yeah. So look at your eyes as a mouse. So I come up to you and I speak to you. You can take a seat. I come and speak to you and I access your eyes. So if I say to you, what did you have for breakfast? She said, I had bread. So what are you going to, what color are you wearing? She says, black. And she's wearing red. I know by her eyes going in the opposite direction, she's actually thinking about something called a visual created, which means it's our imagination. So if I go to her past, if he's talking to me, for example, Sachin, and he says to me, you know what, I'm not angry. I know he's lying, because he's creating this image that he's not angry. But if he looks to in her example, let me use your example, because eyes change. In her example, if she says, I'm not angry, I know she's lying. Because she's creating a new image to show me that she's not angry. Now, so you've got visual, past, visual, created. It sounds complex, I'll make it simpler in a minute, okay? Visual past, visual created. So if I'm talking to you guys, and I'm looking on a monitor, I'm watching eye movements. Are they accessing past information? Are they accessing future information? Are they talking to themselves? Or are they feeling? So here's an example. In her example, if she looks upright, that means she's reflecting on the past. If she looks up left, she's imagining the future. If she looks right side, she's talking to herself about the past. If she looks left side, she's talking to herself about the future. If she looks right down, she's feeling emotional about the past. If she's looking left down, she's feeling emotional about the future. How cool is that? So imagine you're talking to your partner, your relationship, and someone says, you know, I don't think we can work out. Now, if she's looking at a visual future, that's a scary place to be. Because you're thinking, ouch. She can actually imagine, or he can actually imagine a life without that person. I was recently coaching someone, and there's a couple, and they are in love with each other. But I know that one person is not in love with the other person at all. I know that. Because I look at the conversations, and all the conversations through the eyes tell me that it's a lie. Now imagine in business you're able to notice things like that. Imagine in a relationship, you go to a director for an audition, and he says, I really like you. You know, he's lying, if you know what I mean. You can watch things like that, and people don't teach you this. You want to become successful in business, the key factor is communication. Let me give you another example. You saw Bill Clinton? He did the famous Monica Lewinsky scandal. So Bill Clinton stands on stage and he says, America is a very powerful nation. It's an amazing nation. In fact, it's such a great place. Everybody loves America. In fact, America is the kind of place that you'd want to be with. America is the kind of place that will really, really take you to really high levels. I mean, really high. In fact, if you come to America, you also will feel really loved. You will feel really, really loved. What did I just do? You know, keep quiet, please.
Rejecting yourself as the man.
Yep. No, not at all. You're absolutely right. What? So I'm saying America is a great nation. America is fantastic. Everybody will love America. And you can love America too. Who did he point at? Monica Lewinsky. Watch the speech. You'll see it clearly. So we don't know the power of communication. Imagine someone, and there was a speech by, I don't know who the two candidates were. You know, Americans have this the conference where they have a debate. So there was one with Ross Perot and somebody else. So imagine you're standing there. So the other candidate was saying to Ross Perot and speak to the nation, saying, you know, America is going to go to doom and gloom. It's going to just completely destruct. If we don't get this right, because America can be a really good nation, amazing nation, but it can actually go really, 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 really bad. And pointing at who? The opposition. Now the audience will automatically assume that this person is a bad person. So when you meet someone who's depressed, they say, you know what, I'm feeling so bad. I'm feeling so terrible. Life is just so tough. I mean, what do I do? I mean, everywhere I go, there's destruction. This is so terrible. Because people start communicating through body language to themselves. So if you want to change your life, the only way you're going to change your life is through communication. I was terrified of standing on stage. And God is my witness. I'm not going to lie to you. I was so scared. I remember when I was at university, I did public speaking, which I failed, because there used to be two guys sitting on the front row. Whenever I would go there, they would make faces at me and terrify me. And I remember them even till today. If I ever see them, my God, I wish they would come to my seminar. Really, because I used to be terrified. They used to taunt me, and they used to, you know, I used to go on stage, and the first time I ever did a seminar, a speech, I was so nervous that I put a glass into the mic, water. I was so nervous. But it's nothing about you standing here. If you can stand in a public platform, man, you will do so well in life. How many of you have children? You want to get them A grades? Make them do public speaking. Nothing else. They will transform their entire lives. Because that's what it's about. If you're going to be a lawyer, for example, you want to be a lawyer. What is the greatest skill in the world for a lawyer to have? Speaking abilities. Imagine you're looking at a defendant, or you're looking at someone you're trying to prosecute, and you can watch their eye movements and you know which way they're thinking. How powerful would that be? But the biggest area that this is essential is in your work life and your relationships. And both of them have an effect on each other. If you have no money, your relationship's going to go down the toilet in today's age. If someone says to me, money is not important, it means they don't have any. Truth. Money is important, and you have to make money. And if you want to make money, it doesn't mean you should have the lust and greed of money. I don't believe that. But you should make enough money that when you die and you give 90% away, the 10% will still be sufficient for your family. If you don't like money, give it away, but make it. And the only way you're going to do that is through communication. So the first rule, the secret millionaire blueprint, is you've got to learn to communicate. The question is how? You have to study, you have to educate, you have to get rid of all the crap of the past and start again fresh, a newborn baby.